We are Elizabeth Nadia Bellovar, and Celia Cambreno, and we are going to talk about narrative tenses. Narrative tenses are the verbs that describe an action that took place in the past. And there are three types of narrative tenses, which are past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. As I said before, we are going to explain the past tenses. So first of all, Nadia is going to talk about the past simple, then I will go on with the past continuous, and finally, Celia will explain the past perfect. Of course, apart from explaining the tenses, we will show some examples of the tenses, and finally, after Celia finishes with her explanation of the past perfect, we will do some exercise with all the tenses. So, Nadia, could you start with the past simple?
Yes. We use the past simple to describe finished events followed by each other. These events are often linked together using the words and then, after, that, when, after, before, and etc. With regular verbs, the past simple is as well.
Affirmative form: subject plus verb plus ed. I watch it. You watch it. Negative form: subject plus did not plus verb without to. I didn't jump. You didn't jump. Interrogative form: did plus subject plus verb without to. Did you sleep? Did she sleep?
We use it whenever we want to talk about the past and we don't have any special situation. That means we should use the past simple. With irregular verbs, it's the same, but you must know our irregular verbs.
Verb go. He went to the cinema. Verb know. You knew my secret. Verb to be. I was in the park before.
Now I'm going to talk about the past continuous. We use the past continuous to show an action or an event that was unfinished when other action happened. The verbs are often linked together and using the words and when. That means that I failed before I get to the end. Now I'm going to explain how to form the past continuous in affirmative, negative, and interrogative form.
Affirmative form: subject plus verb to be plus verb in ing. I was singing. You were singing. Negative: subject plus verb to be in negative plus verb in ing. I wasn't singing. You weren't singing. Interrogative: question word plus verb to be in past plus subject plus verb in ing. Was I singing? Were you singing?
Now I'm going to talk about the past perfect. The past perfect describes an action that started and ended in the past. And like other past tenses, the past perfect gives a confirmation that the action has ended.
Past perfect is very common after the verbs realize, find out, discover, and remember. And in company with adverbs, we found by the time, before, after, and already.
The structure of this verb is as follows. You have to use the past simple of the verb have, that is had, followed by the participle of the verb you are going to use. You have to be careful because you have to distinguish between regular and irregular verbs.
For example, by the time I got there, she had already left. When you use the past perfect with a regular verb, you have to be careful because of the pronunciation of the final ed, which can vary.
Pronunciation ed. If the final ed is followed by a d or t, the pronunciation would be id. As for example, wanted. If the final ed is a voiced sound, the pronunciation will be with d, as for example, light. And if the final ed is a voiceless sound, the pronunciation will be with t, as for example, asked.
Now we are going to do an exercise with all the tenses.
Let's practice. I remember one mistake I made when I was teaching in Argentina. I had done a bit of Spanish before, but not much. In my first class, I explained to the students that I was a language student too, so I knew how they felt. I told them in Spanish, "Don't get embarrassed."
In conclusion, narrative tenses are very important because they are the tools we use to tell a story. They're important especially for a good written English. So understanding them and using them correctly is vital for any English learner. And well, this is the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much.